Hello students, welcome to my channel Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Now I'm going to solve another problem. So in this problem again it is said that determine the moment m which must be applied to the shaft in order to hold the homogeneous hemisphere in an arbitrary angular position as measured by the angle theta. And it is said that the radii of gear A, gear B and the hemisphere are RA, RB and R respectively. Assume the friction in all bearings to be negligible. So as we can see that here we have this homogeneous hemisphere and we need to support this homogeneous hemisphere in the particular position, and the position is measured from this theta, right? And here we have this whole system in which we have two gears, gear A and gear B, and we need to apply the moment at this shaft, right? So we have to find this moment to hold this hemisphere in a particular position, and that position need to be measured with theta, right? So we have to find the moment equation which need to be a function of this theta, right? So now if we look into this whole system from this direction, so then we will be able to see this is the free body diagram, right? So we will be able to see this hemisphere as a semicircle, as a 2D semicircle, and then we will be able to see this gear B, right? So I have drawn this free body diagram of this hemisphere, then this shaft and then this gear B, right? So this is the free body diagram of gear B, shaft and that hemisphere, right? And let's say if I draw a horizontal line here, let's say if this is a horizontal line, so then this is that theta, right? We are talking about this theta. So we have to find this moment as a function of this theta, right? So this theta will determine the position of this hemisphere, right? And it is given that the radius of this hemisphere is r, right? This is given from appendix D, table 4. We have this data which tells us that the center of mass of the homogeneous hemisphere is located at a distance of 3 r divided by 8 units, right? In our case, that G will be located along this line, right? As we can see that this is the x-axis, right? So in our case, this is the x-axis on which we can locate, right? This is the axis of the hemisphere on which we can locate that center of mass, right? So let's say that the center of mass is located somewhere here. Let's say that this is that point G. Let me remove this theta, right? So here we have that point G, right? So this distance will be, according to this table, this distance will be 3 divided by 8 into r, right? So this is that distance. So this is that x bar distance, right? So as we know that the weight of this homogeneous hemisphere will be acting vertically downward here at this particular point, right? So this is that mg, and this distance is 3 divided by 8 r. And similarly, if we apply the moment at this particular shaft, so then what will happen is this gear A will rotate. This gear A will rotate clockwise, right? And what will happen is that that gear A will rotate this gear B in the counterclockwise direction, right? So what will happen is that this gear A will apply the force on this gear B in the downward direction, right? So the gear A will apply the force on gear B in this direction, right? And this is that gear B. So let's say that the center of this gear B is represented by B here, right? And this is that force which gear A applies on this gear B, right? And the radius of this gear B is RB, right? This is given here, RA, RB and R. So now if we apply the summation of moment about point B equals to 0, this is that point B, right? Remember. So as we can see that this F is producing the counterclockwise moment about that point B. So I will write F, and the perpendicular distance of this F from that point B is the radius of this gear B, right? So we will write that, we will multiply this with RB, and this mg is producing the clockwise moment about that point B. So I will write minus mg, and the perpendicular distance of this weight from that point B is this distance. Let me draw it, right? So we have this distance, right? This horizontal distance. So if this distance is 3r divided by 8 and if this is theta, so then this will be the cos component of this distance. Let's say that this distance is that x bar, right? So this distance will be, this straight distance will be x bar cos of theta, right? And x bar, we know x bar is 3r divided by 8, right? So this will be equal to 0. So if we bring this whole term to the other side, so FRB will be equal to this thing. We can say that F will be equal to 3 divided by 8 mgr cos of theta divided by RB. So I will divide this by RB. So this is that force F which gear A applies on this gear B, right? And now if I draw that gear A, let me draw, let's say if this is that gear A, right? The center of this gear is, let's say, represented by A, right? So what will happen is that this gear B will apply the same force on this gear A in the opposite direction, right? So let me draw that same force that will be acting in this direction. So this is that same force, right? And we are applying the moment on the shaft of this gear A, right? So let's say this is that moment. So now if we apply the summation of moment about this point A for this gear A, right? So this will be equal to 0. So now as we can see that this m is producing the clockwise moment, or this is the clockwise moment, so we will write minus m, and this is producing the counterclockwise moment, so I will write plus f, and the perpendicular distance of this f from that point A is the radius of this gear A, right? So I will multiply this with RA. The radius of gear A is RA, right? So this will be equal to 0, or from this we can say that m is equal to f RA, and we know that f is equal to this thing, right? So we can write that this is 3 divided by 8 mgr cos of theta divided by RB into RA. Or we can write that this, we can simplify this equation as, this is RA divided by RB, right? Or we can write that this is like this, 3 mgr cos of theta divided by 8, right? So this m is the function of the position of that homogeneous sphere. This is a function of theta if R, RA and RB are constants, right? So this is the solution of this particular problem. I hope you people would have understood this solution. Like this video if you people think that this helps in your learning. Also subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed my channel yet.